Legend of Total War here, and today we've got a saving and disaster battle playing as Bretonnia going up against the Bloody Hands, where our army is just a little bit on the not great side. There's nothing special about it at all. Doesn't have a wizard attached to it. It's got some weird choices for alliance units. It's got some truly terrible units, and he has some okay troops. And Wurrzag has some giants in his army, which normally is a unit that I don't consider much of a threat, because most of the time there are some missile units in our army, because that's what giants are truly vulnerable to. Even if they have some missile resistance now, they're just such a big missile soak. Now, at the moment, we don't have any missile units in our army, so these troops here, no matter what we do, will cause significant amount of damage. Even if we're using anti-large infantry against them, these guys here will still absolutely wreck them. Anyway, let's jump in here and see what we can do. And that's just the giants, not to mention everything else. So, not much to read this time in terms of the email, but I'll just go through it. So he says, so Wurrzag is too much of a problem with his spell and his army is better than mine. I try sending the Lord and Paladin to assassinate him, but they get overwhelmed by trolls in no time. That's the gist of it. Thanks for reading. So, not too much to go off there. Basically, he tried to just rush at Wurrzag to snipe him, and that didn't work. Which I didn't think it would work because, yeah, there are a lot of other units there that would just stop you from pulling that off. This map here is really quite small as well. Okay, now in terms of the teamwork of this army, it's a mishmash of units. It just doesn't really have a whole lot of teamwork. So in situations like this, having our entire army stand together doesn't make a lot of sense. So we need to break it up into separate forces. Alright, Slayers, you stay at the back because they've got artillery. They'll probably try to aim for you, which we don't want. It's on very hard battle difficulty, so we're not going to be able to use... Actually, I might be able to use Feral Stegodons to draw their artillery fire. That might work. But they're not going to aim for small single entities. They might aim for big single entities. Now, the peasant mob, they are useless. If I put them over here, all they're going to serve to do is reduce the leadership of these guys here, because they're going to rout instantly. So you keep them away. And what this might also do is draw some of their forces out this way. And all we do is just run away. They have no killing potential. They've also got no balance of power value. So losing them means nothing. So if we can draw even one unit over there, they are overcompensating for this unit. So if I was in their position, I would just ignore this entirely. It's a useless unit, just don't even bother with it. I would send everything at this force right away, but I don't think that's what the AI is going to do. Now, these guys here, this is our highest value stuff that we need to be careful about. Make sure the artillery doesn't hit too hard. Alright. So, let's see here. What are we doing? Alright, looks like Wurrzag overcasted that, so if we keep allowing him to overcast, he might end up killing himself. So, Lord Sniping him would be valuable, because I noticed that he did have... he's got Foot of Gork, and if he casts that, yeah, it's not going to be good for us. But if he just... let's see, okay, so the artillery's not shooting. They're the attacker in the scenario, but they're pussyfooting around. Wurrzag's doing something. And he miscasted. That gives him extreme range, and his aim is way off. If he keeps this up, he will kill himself. Okay, nope. Get back. Even though these are anti-infantry, they can still do a lot of damage to cavalry. And you can see that there is some degree of intelligence with the AI, where they're clearly in range of these infantry here, but they refuse to shoot at it because they know that these are fucking worthless, and that even if they landed every single hit, it wouldn't be worth it. But they're not stupid enough to realize that they've got no chance of hitting this lord here. Yeah, if Wurrzag just keeps this up, because overcasting the spell's not that expensive, he might end up just killing himself. They're not interested in shooting this. Thing is, if he was going to use the Gaze of Mork, he really should be using it on large combatants, but he's going for the infantry. Look at that, he's killing himself. Honestly, the right tactic to do here is nothing. Just do nothing. It's just... I am winning by doing nothing. They are hurting their own chances by doing this. Look at that, they're not even landing any hits. He's inflicted next to no damage. I'm ready to micro the moment they start advancing. But they're being real stupid. They're the attacker, don't forget. Doesn't always miscast. He's getting a few kills. These guys here are wasting their ammo. But yeah, just keep letting Wurrzag do that. That's a lot of value for us. And we're nice and spread out here, so they can't hit us. The AI is very prone to overcasting all the time. Plus, if he doesn't overcast, I don't think he's got the range. I think overcasting gives him the range to reach that. Because that looks like way more than 250 range. So he needs to overcast in order to hit his target there. Yeah, that's some pretty massive damage he's doing to himself. I'm just gonna let him do it. Also, weird thing that's happening here, when you miscast, it causes a little explosion around you, which, if you've got friendly units there, it actually damages them. So these guys here are actually getting, just slightly, damaged by Wurrzag's miscasting. So, kind of weird. The way to win this battle is by doing nothing. Wurrzag's nearly down to half health. Just let him keep doing this. He's probably got enough Winds of Magic to cast loads of these spells. So it's cheap. Doesn't always miscast. These guys here are wasting their ammo. Once they've run out of ammo, they'll probably advance. That's fine. He's only aiming for these men-at-arms. He could aim for the peasants over here, but you can see the AI just completely ignores them. No value in it. I think they've got some degree of like balance of power check, so they can see that this over here has the most balance of power. Or maybe this area here. And this has got next to nothing, so they're like blind to it. Okay, this will run out soon. There's no way that that's not an overcast. He just can't reach otherwise. I would move these guys back, but I'm quite happy to just keep this situation, keep going. So the total damage he's done so far, only 1,600. He's done more damage to himself. And these guys here, 960 damage, that's nothing. They're about to run out of ammo, and I guarantee they're about to advance. But we want that. We want them to start advancing and spreading out their forces. Good, half of his health is gone now. Alright, here we go. Get back over here. Alright, now we try our best to pick him apart. And we actually try to assassinate Wurrzag. He's hanging back a little bit. Now, I may need to bring the Paladin back over here to keep their leadership in line soon. If I land on Wurrzag right now, we are definitely going to die, so... Not yet. Not yet. Okay, watch out for Savage Orc Boar Boys. They're bloody strong. Okay, hang on. Looks like he miscasted again. Great. Okay, let's land, but only briefly. We need to just hit and run here. Okay, keep the cavalry moving around the side here. Good. Come on, we got him. Alright, we don't necessarily need to wipe him out. Just get him off the battlefield. It would be good if we actually properly wound him, though. The cavalry here, they're not good against giants. Good, we got him. It worked. And the way to do it was by him killing himself, for the most part. Okay, we got a whole bunch of cavalry charging in here. That's fine. Slayers, you get in behind the rear there. Don't move because you need to be braced. Alright, bring these guys back over here to support with this. We don't have a flank for them to charge. We don't want the Stegodons to get involved. Charge them in. And they need to come over here or else the peasants might revolt. Okay. Not revolt, I mean run away. Okay, we've got some trolls chasing our peasants here. It's fine, just don't engage with them, just run. They've got no combat potential, so can't really do much about fighting them. They've lost all of their area of effectability, so we don't need to worry too much about blobbing up our infantry. Alright, just back off, back off. That's it. Try to make sure that our cavalry can hit their rear when the actual fighting, the proper fighting begins. And notice they've got a whole bunch of units at the rear here that just aren't going to participate. This is good, draw that unit away. That's it, just keep them busy. That's it. Here we go. Large anti-large units charging into small anti-large units. That's good. All right, cavalry's free to take these guys out. Won't use lance formation because we need to keep our melee defense up. But the back line here is very much vulnerable. That's it. That's it. You just keep them busy. Keep them busy. We don't have a proper flank. Although these two here, they're totally fine to take out trolls. That's not a problem for them at all. Okay, these slayers are getting wrecked. Let's pull them back. Try to keep the integrity of our army together. So no unit gets wiped out. Good, a giant's coming around over this way. That's great. Good, trolls taken out here. Split up our peasants. Just try to get them to get their attention. That's it. Good, that troll's going to leave. Okay, you can bring in the Stegodons now that there's not too much anti-large in here. Okay, now you're going to have to fight those cavalry, I think. We'll come in and support them. Cavalry's doing a good job so far. Good. Good, and we've barely even had to fight these giants, which is really ideal, because there's no really great engagements we can have with them. Okay, hit the rear of this. Good, get these fuckers off the battlefield. So good that we got rid of Wurrzag. And don't forget, it is on very hard battle difficulty, so they're getting morale cheats. That's it. That's it, just get them off the battlefield. Okay. Alright, I need to get the cavalry to keep focusing on large units. The Snarling pump wagons are actually a good choice to go and fight. Oh crap, here come the giants now. But the bounce power's looking pretty good. Do not let them fight the Stegodon. Get that Stegodon out of there. Get these guys in to fight the giants. Even the paladin there wouldn't be a good choice, even though he's got anti-large. Just because of how strong the giants are. Best just have them fight garbage. That's it, just get these fuckers off the battlefield. And you can see our anti-large infantry aren't doing amazing there. But the anti-large cavalry aren't going to fare much better against them. Keep the feral stegodons away from them. All they're going to do is lose balance of power for us. Okay, now the cavalry, send them over to these isolated troll units. They'll actually do a really good job against trolls. Alright, I need to get rid of these fucking giants, but we'll do it by sending these guys around their rear. I don't like it. Get him out of there. Get him out. It's still not good. Just have them handle this. Okay, you're smashed. Get back. And so it's all that's left now are the giants, but I don't really have anything that's good against them. Nothing trades well against them. But we've done well enough that the bounce of power is at least in our favor. If I could just isolate one of them and kill it, I'm sure we're close to the army losses for them. You know what's funny? The peasants actually did a really good job for us in this battle by just keeping... There we go, one. By keeping those units busy. Like I said, they would have been useless in amongst these guys. And there we go. I think the giants are mostly going to get away. Might be able to kill one of them. Don't think I'm going to be able to redirect this guy. But you can always take him out in the next fight. Okay, one giant down. But yeah, Wurrzag taking himself out at the start of the battle. That was great. Still got a Pyrrhic victory. Of course, our infantry, they got smashed. This one here, the only thing it did any damage to was Peasant Mob. And they walked out of it mostly undamaged, just because it just refused to let them engage with anything. Why bother? Like, it got no damage potential. In fact, that actually didn't really kill that much of the army because I just made sure to get it off the battlefield as quickly as possible, which ensured that we didn't get smashed in return. You know, most of our good units are in decent shape. Obviously, the melee infantry got smashed. Something had to give. But Wurrzag's out of there now. I only wiped out 4 units. But it was a crap army, and it was just important that we just get the win. Yeah, it didn't really make a lot of sense for us to lose the battle but take out a whole bunch of their units. At least now, you should be able to pursue and finish them off. But I'll have a look at the situation. Okay, I believe that army was down here. Yeah, there it is. Okay, tiny amount of replenishment for us, no replenishment for them. They got a level 1 lord to replace Wurrzag.
Blessings of the lady be upon you.
Yeah, you can bring this one in to come and assist as well. What's with these weird choices of alliance units? Just find them just weird choices. Whatever, it's your choice. You do whatever you want with them. But yeah, you can see there that the balance of power is in his favor, so you probably could end up auto-resolving winning that, but these units here will get totally destroyed in the auto-resolve. So, unfortunately, I didn't wipe out much of the Goblin Rock Lobber, so you still have to deal with them again, but they also didn't do any damage to us. Anyway, that's the end of this one here, guys. Let me know in the comments below what you think of the situation, what you would have done in this scenario. You know, my main concern here was just try to win the battle and keep his army alive, as opposed to get his army completely destroyed at the cost of wiping out Wurzag's. He can absolutely beat that army there now, and end up with his army in much better shape than he would have if he had thrown everything at the force to begin with. Anyway, that's the end of this one. Appreciate you guys. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Later, guys.